Have you ever felt this deep, mysterious knowing that you're not just who you appear to be? Like something inside you remembers a life, or many lives before this one. That's what we call soul. Remembering the awakening of the soul's ancient memory. Our souls are not new here. They have walked through burning temples and golden skies, whispered ancient names under unfamiliar stars, held hands with lovers they no longer remember, and said goodbye more times than the heart should ever bear. This isn't your first breath. This ache in your chest? It's not just pain, it's memory. The pull you feel towards something greater. That strange sense that, I've been here before. It's not your imagination. You are a story being told across lifetimes. A spark passed from one body to another, collecting wisdom, scars, and sacred codes with every lifetime. You didn't come here to start. You came here to continue. The forgetting is part of the design. We enter each life through a sacred amnesia not to lose ourselves, but to find ourselves again through new eyes, new choices, new pain. And yet, traces remain. Not as memories in the mind, but as codes in our energy hidden in the way we love, the fears we can't explain, the places that feel like home though we've never been. The soul whispers through the body, through emotions, through subtle instinct, and if we slow down enough, listen deep enough, we begin to hear the echoes. You might dismiss them, those passing chills. The dream that woke you in tears, the moment you locked eyes with a stranger and felt something shift. But what if they weren't random? What if those fragments were messages from your soul, trying to break through the noise of everyday life? The soul doesn't speak in words. It speaks in symbols, sensations, energy. It shows you what you need to see, not always in ways that are obvious, but in ways that linger. You feel it in rooms that hold a silence too familiar. You feel it in songs you've never heard, that somehow make you cry. You feel it in places you've never been that somehow feel like home. And the more you pay attention, the more the hidden threads start to reveal themselves. You try to move forward, but something invisible keeps pulling you back. A familiar heartbreak, a cycle of self-doubt, a fear that shows up in a different disguise every time. These aren't just coincidences. They're echoes the soul's way of asking, are you ready to face what you've carried for lifetimes? The more you resist, the louder the patterns get. The faces may change, the scenery shifts, but the lesson always returns. Until one day, you stop running. You turn inward. You feel the weight, not as punishment, but as a portal. And in that moment of stillness, you start to remember. So why is soul remembering happening now? For lifetimes, we've wandered forgetting who we are, why we came, what connects us. But now, something is stirring. A frequency is rising across the planet, ancient, undeniable, electric. It's not loud. It's not forced. But if you're quiet enough, you can feel it in your chest, like a memory reawakening in the bones of the earth. The stars have aligned. The old systems are trembling, and the veils are thinning faster than ever. You're not imagining the chaos. You're witnessing the cracking of the old world and the rebirth of something sacred. That's why the soul starts remember. For the first time in generations, more hearts are breaking free from the chains of illusion. The illusion that we are separate, alone, and defined only by what we own or achieve. It's a quiet revolution happening inside a collective sigh of awakening, where souls remember that we are threads in the same vast tapestry, not isolated islands. The noise of distraction fades, the false lights dim, and in the growing silence, a profound truth rises. We are more than flesh and bones, more than names and stories. The veil between the physical world and the spiritual realm is thinning. This means souls are being called to remember their true nature, their origins, and the contracts they made before incarnating here. What are these contracts? They're called soul contracts, sacred agreements your soul made before birth. These agreements set the stage for who you meet, the lessons you learn, and the challenges you face. They're like a blueprint or script for your soul's growth this lifetime. And then there's karma, the energy of cause and effect from past actions, thoughts, and choices that shape your current reality. Sometimes, karmic patterns create cycles of struggle, pain, or repeated behaviors until the soul learns the lesson and breaks free. So many of the difficulties you experience, heartbreak, betrayal, fears, or health issues are actually echoes of these soul contracts and karmic patterns. But here's the amazing part. These experiences aren't punishments or random misfortunes. They are sacred opportunities. Opportunities to heal old wounds, rewrite your story, and activate the highest version of yourself. When your soul starts remembering, you begin to see these challenges not as blocks, but as doorways to transformation. You realize that the pain you carry is not your enemy, but your teacher. It pushes you to face your shadows, heal your inner child, and awaken to your authentic power. Soul remembering is also about reconnecting with your purpose, the reason your soul chose this lifetime. It's about realizing that you're here to grow, to love, to create, and to help raise the collective consciousness of humanity. And this process is deeply personal, but also deeply collective. Because as more individuals awaken and remember, the entire planet's vibration shifts.